So yesterday we talked about determinants, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm kind of continuing that lesson. We only talked about one thing.
Right.
And so, today we're going to talk about the rest of 3.7. Yesterday's is on YouTube as 3.7a, and it says find the value of a determinant. And today it'll be uploaded as 3.7b, and it's Cramer's rule, which is just another way to solve a system of equations. That's what this is, okay? Another way to solve a system of equations. Think about all the ways that you know how to solve a system. The first way we learned how was by graphing, right? Yes? Are y'all with me? Okay, but graphing's not really good unless maybe you have a calculator or something, which we're not using. So unless it's pretty and all that kind of stuff, graphing's not always dependable. You're having to kind of estimate or guess a little bit. All right, so then we learned elimination and substitution. Remember that? Okay, and so now we're learning Cramer's rule. So this is a famous mathematician, must have had a nag of a wife, okay, to have figured out that this is a cool way to get answers to a system, all right? So when we find X, you're going to go, what? Like, it's unreal. It's amazing that that guy figured this stuff out, all right? So we're going to do, this is example 3 from that section, all right? My system that I'm going to give you is 9x plus 4y is equal to -6. Is that blurry?
No.
No? Okay. And then 3x minus 5y is equal to -21. Okay, so here's my system. Now y'all listen to me. The book teaches you a formula. I'm not going to teach you a formula. I'm going to teach you a way. Okay? I'm going to teach you a way to do it. Because if I teach you a formula, it only goes with the two equations, 2 unknowns. Okay? Well, we're going to use 3 equations, 3 unknowns. So if I teach you a way, you can do 2 equations, 2 unknowns, 3 equations, 3 unknowns, 4, heaven forbid, 4 equations, 4 unknowns. Okay? So we're not doing this right now. All right. So here we go. We are going to find x, and we're going to find y. All right. So this is going to be a fraction. So I left some space. All right. Now, one of the things that I wanted to make sure that you knew was, do you remember what this meant? We talked about it yesterday. No, that's what it did before, but let's say that this is a matrix. So if I put the bars around the matrix, then it says you're really looking for the determinant, okay? So we're going to be using determinants, so that's why the matrices that I make, I'm going to put them in bars, because we're going to be talking about its determinant. Okay, so listen to what I'm saying. I don't care what variable you're looking for. It does not matter. The bottom determinant is gotten from the left side, or you get, I don't even know if that was proper English, sorry. You get from the left side of the equations. And you throw away the variables. I don't need the x's and the y's because the first column represents the x's and the second column represents the y's. So here's what I'm saying. This determinant down here under x is the determinant whose first row is 9, 4. What's my second row?
3, -5.
Yeah, 3, -5. You got it? Okay, was that hard? No. Okay, so what is the determinant down here for y?
Same thing.
The same thing. Okay, this morning I said that and not one person knew what it was because they like listen to half of what I say. All right, so it's the same thing. It's always the left-hand side of the equation. So 9, 4, and 3, -5. So that's not bad. Everybody got that? Okay, so let's talk about how to find the top of the fraction. Okay, so do you remember in English when they made the rule up and said you can't use a word to define a word? You can't use that word to define the word. Like if I said, y'all, what does running mean? You couldn't say, oh, Miss Davis, that means to run. You see what I'm saying? You can't use a word to define that word. So, because obviously if I don't know what running means, I don't know what to run means. So, here's the rule. If I'm looking for X's, you can't use X's to find them up here. Okay? But, here's the cool part. I can't use these guys, can I? But these guys, bless their hearts, they're sitting on the bench. And they're ready to play. So, we pull these X's out, and these guys get to come off the bench, and they take their places. So, what is my first column for my X's?
-6, -21.
Very good. And then I can use Y's. So, my next column is 4, -5. Now, all we're going to do is find the determinant on top and divide it by the determinant on the bottom. Okay? So, we're going to go down minus up. Are you with me? Okay, so down. What is -6 times -5? Positive 30. Minus. What is up? What is -21 times 4?
84.
So, and it's a -84, so minus a -84 will be what? Plus 84. What's 30 and 84 make?
114.
Yes, it does. 114. Okay? Now we'll do the bottom just the same way. You do the bottom. You do it by yourself.
I don't know what happened.
Do what?
I don't know what's going on.
Down minus up. So, -6 times -5 is positive 30. And minus a -84. 4 times 21 is -84. So minus a -84 makes a plus 84. 4 and 0 make 4.
Doing that to the 9, 3, 4, and -4?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, you're doing it here. Down, minus up. That's the value of the determinant. Down minus up. Down minus up. Okay, you got it? All right, so you should have gotten down. 9 times -5 is -45. Minus up is 12. What's -45 and -12? -57. How many? What is 114 divided by -57?
-2.
Sure. X is -2. What? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that cool that somebody could figure that out? Hey, I bet if we put these numbers here and these here. Alright, so write the top of the Y. Write the matrix that's on the, or the determinant that's on the top of the Y. Write the determinant that goes right here. Because we gotta find Y.
36, -21, 9, 30.
9, 3, -6, -21.
Yeah, okay? Y'all look, the first column are the X's and the second column are the Y's. If I had Z's, they would be where? The third column. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so the first column. So can I use X's here?
Yes.
Yes, you're finding a Y. Who can I not use? Y's. So if I can't use these Y's, that's where my subs come in. My substitutes come in. And they come in and play for my Y's. So my second column is -6, -21. Now do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay? Whatever you're trying to find, that's when these substitutes, those are the equal to guys, okay? That's when they come in and play for those people. Alright? So we're going to do the same thing. Down minus up. So, let's see, 9 times 21. First of all, it's negative. 9 times 1 is 9, and 9 times 2 is 18. 189, people. Minus a -18 makes it what? Plus 18. Okay? So these are unlike signs, so I'll subtract them and take the sign of the larger, -171. Are you with me? Okay, so let's do the bottom part. We'll do the
It's
same
the
thing.
same, right? Or can you not just rewrite it? Or?
Well, I'm not doing it again.
To reach
Yeah, I'm just gonna check one time, okay? I'm just gonna make sure, it doesn't take me but a second, but remember, I'm not using a calculator or anything, okay? So I'm just gonna check it. I'm just gonna go negative 45 minus 12, yeah, same thing I got. So it's negative 57, okay? Now watch this, some of the kids were amazed. I'm amazed at some of the tricks you people don't know, all right? First of all, a negative over a negative is a what? Positive. What can I multiply 7 by that ends in a 1? 3. Okay, so let's see if he does. 7 times 3 is 21, carry your 2. 3 times 5 is 15, and 2 is 17. So yeah, guess what my answer is? 3. You could use long division, but geez.
Why?
People, yeah, why? Like, come on, use your noggin. All right, so there's my answer, negative 2, 3. Do you like that?
No.
It's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool. It takes a little bit of time, but some kids will like it because it's very straightforward. Did I have to think about anything?
No.
No. Did I have to decide who I wanted to get rid of?
No.
No. Okay? You put the left-hand side on the bottom, and then you put that same thing on the top, except when the X's, I'm looking for the X's can't play. The subs come in. When I'm looking for the Y's can't play. The subs come in. All right. Anybody got a question?
Do we have to, is like this mandatory, like you're gonna say use Cramer's rule?
Yep, I am. Going to say use Cramer's rule.
How's
Okay.
how's 3 or 1 work?
I'm gonna show you in just a minute. Do y'all want to do 1, 2 by yourself?
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, let's just do 1. It won't take but a second. Okay? So here's your system, and then I'll just do 1, 3. Okay? And I'll talk to you about it, and it won't be bad. 4x plus 7y equals 2, and negative 3x minus 2y is equal to negative 8. Okay? I want you to find x and y. Is that what y'all got?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
still working
No,
on it.
I mean, well, yeah, that's what I got. I wanted the first one.
Right? It's okay. There's no crying in there.
It's too much work.
Did you get 4? That's what I got. You got stuff in the thing.
Did you say you are gonna work the 3-1 with us?
All right, anybody got a question? 4 negative 2? No questions? Everybody good? Okay, so some kids really like to do it this way. Like I said, you don't have to think, you just kind of do it. And, I mean, there's no deciding, I wonder who do I want to get rid of, the X's or the Y's?
I think
All that stuff.
I think the elimination one's waiting here.
I'm gonna teach you a way. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. We're gonna do this today, and then you should have enough time. We're gonna do 1, 3, right now. And then after that, I'm gonna give you the rest of the time to work on your worksheets. Tomorrow, you better bring your A game. We're gonna do augmented matrices. Some of you are gonna really like it. Some of you, from then on, that's the way you'll solve your system. If I give you an option, you're gonna be like, oh, I like the augmented matrices. So, you know, that's the way I would solve them, but, anyway, we're gonna do that. So we're gonna start off with 2s, and you have to get a 2. If you don't get the 2, will you ever get a 3? No. And there's 1, 2, and 1, 3 on your test. Okay? So, you don't have to know how to do them to make it, to pass, but, you do need to at least know how to make a 2 to get a good grade. All right, so let's do a 3. Example 4, last one. Here we go. Are you ready? Here's my system. I'm going to call it out. It's easier to write it down when I call it out. So listen up and write it down. 3x minus 4y plus 2z equals 18. My second equation, 4x plus y minus 5z equals negative 13. My last equation, 2x minus 3y plus z equals 11. Okay? Now, let's just talk about x. Let's not talk about anything else yet, okay? So, you write the bottom determinant for x. You write the bottom determinant for x, which should be the same determinant for y and z. Okay, so what you should have on the bottom is your first row should be 3, negative 4, 2. Your second row should be 4, 1, negative 5. And your last row should be 2, negative 3, 1. Does anybody have a question? It is the left side of that system, okay? It is all the numbers along with their signs from the left-hand side. All right? Now write the top. Now do the top. Remember, we're looking for X's. Who cannot play? Where are my subs? They get to come in and play. They're not sitting on the bench. Yay! Okay, so what you should have on the top is, I'm looking for X's, so X's are out. That means I'm pulling these guys in. So my first column becomes 18, negative 13, and 11. Everybody else stays just the same. The Y stay in the Y column, the Z stay in the Z column. So the next column is negative 4, 1, negative 3. And the last column is 2, negative 5, 1. So let's just do the top. Tell me how to find the determinant of a 3 by 3. Yeah, take these first two columns and copy them over right here. Okay? So 18, negative 13, 11, and negative 4, 1, and negative 3. Who goes, oh my word, what in the world? Who says that? Did y'all say that to yourselves? Yeah. I did when I started doing this problem this morning. I was like, wow, maybe I shouldn't have picked this problem, okay? So we're gonna go, it's still the same thing, down, 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 okay? Remember the little tricks that I tried to teach y'all yesterday. We are going down, minus, up. You agree? Okay, so the first down one, there are no negative signs, so my answer is positive, and it's only 18. Okay? My second line, my second diagonal, there are two negative signs, so what is he? Positive. Who am I going to multiply first?
4, 5.
Yeah, y'all, 4 times 5 is 20. Y'all, take the 0 away. What's 2 times 11? 22. Slap the 0 back on it. 220. Okay? Do you see why we make things with zeros? So 220. On the last row, this is what my brain does when I do the last row. I can either multiply 26 times 3, and my brain goes, ooh, no, I don't want to do that. Or 3 times 13 is 39 by 2. Yeah, I can, what's 39 and 39? 78. Okay, so that's the one I'm doing. So 2 negative signs make a positive, and that's a 78. Okay, but you could do 26 times 3. Guess what it would be? Okay? All right, now we're going to go up, up, up. Okay, so my first guy, no negative signs. 2 times 11 is 22, right? My second one, 2 negative signs make a positive. Who am I going to multiply together?
18 and 30.
Okay.
5, 8.
5 and 8.
5 and 18. What is 5 times 8, people? What's an Indian? A 0. Okay? 5 times 8 is 40. So carry that 4, and 5 and 4 make 9. So this is 90. Okay? What's 90 times 3? 270. All right? So plus 270. And then the last guy, I'm multiplying 2 negatives, so that makes a positive. And 4 times 13 is 52. All right. So watch how I'm not going to do stuff in my head, okay? Because my head's like stopped up. So I'm going to add the 2 smaller numbers, 18 and 78. See, 8 and 8 makes 16. Carry your 1. There's 8 and 1 make 9.
It's all 316.
Yeah. So when you add it, you get 6. 9 and 2 make 11. Carry your 1. So 316. Minus, over here, 22 and 52, that's 74, right? And 270 and 74 is 344. No, yeah, 344. My brain was going 14, and I was like, nope, that's not right. So 316 minus 344, negative 28. All right, so now let's do the bottom of that fraction. Okay, we're going to copy those 2 columns over. And then you're going to go to town. All right, I'm going to let you do it. So I'm going to do my have positives and then just subtract once. I don't like to subtract. So this is 43 minus 24. Okay, so that's a 19. Minus, this is 49 minus 16. That's 33. 19 minus 33 should be 14. And it's negative because the signs are larger. So what's negative 28 over negative 14? So x is 2. All right, we like y and z. So was that hard?
Yes.
No.
Tedious.
It is tedious, but it's not difficult. Okay, so would you like for me to put like 5 or 6 on your test?
No.
Why?
Cause
It's
it's
time
long.
It would take 3 days.
That's exactly right. It takes too long for you to do a bunch of these problems, okay? It takes entirely too long. So, watch what I can do, okay? Watch what I can do to show that you know how to work these problems. What if I said find x? You're like, okay, we did that. And then, what if I said set y up for me? If you can set y up for me, does that tell me you can set z up?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do I know that you know how to work it out?
No.
You work this one out,
Oh.
okay? So set y up. You set y up. All you have to do is set it up. You don't have to work it out.
No, not all of it. All of it. You said all of it. It's not that hard to set them up.
No, it's not. And that's what's gonna happen on the test, because I don't have enough time to have you work a bunch of stuff. Then I'll say, hey, work one of them, find this, and set this one up. If you can set 2 of them up, people, I'm pretty sure you can set the 3rd one up. If you can't set those 2 up, you'd have missed the 3rd one anyway. So what difference does it make? On the top, I'm not using y's, okay? I am using x's. So my x column stays the same. My y column are my substitutes. And my z column stays the same. So this is what I would be looking for. Does anybody have a question?
We don't need to write the 2 columns in? One on the
No.
outside?
No? If I just said set it up, then that's all I'm looking for. I didn't ask you to find anything, then this would be. I wouldn't count it wrong if you did, but why waste that time?
Are you gonna give us room to do the test? Like-
Yes,
okay.
yes, I left you enough room. I've never had kids complain about the test. Worksheet, they always complain about the worksheets.
Yeah, those are boring.
Yeah.
I always say.
And those are the worst because there's not that. I would kill a tree for each kid if I had gave me enough paper to work them on. Abby?
I have questions about, okay, so, you know how on the first one,
Mm-hmm.
you put the 18, 13, and 11 first? Why didn't you do it on this one?
And this one right here?
Yeah.
Because I was finding x's, so the x's can't play in the top. The x's cannot play. You can't use x's to find x's. So that's who my substitute guys went in for. Okay? What am I looking for here?
Why?
So can I use x's? Yeah.
Oh,
Who can I not use?
or why? So,
That's where my substitute guys come in.
oh.
Okay? If I was looking for z's, then my x column would be x's, my y column would be y's. I couldn't use the z column, so my subs would go in for the z's. Okay?
Okay.
Montana?
On the test, if you tell us to set it up, do we have to write out the bottom part too? If you make us solve for x, or can we just write the number we got?
Like you only solve that thing.
Oh, if
one
I made
time
you
and just
solve it
figure
out,
If you made us solve x, but you told us to write out y and z, then
then
can
I
we
want
put?
this.
Okay.
I want this. I don't want that number up there.
Okay.
Okay? In hopes that maybe if you miss that number, then you would get this right. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you by doing that. All right, so anybody got a question? Okay, so you should be able to do everything on your worksheet, so you need to get your worksheet out and get to work on it. Set you a goal, people. Say, I'm gonna work this many problems before the bell rings. Yes. Yes.
How many want to get done?
Video.
It's okay. I'm stopping it.